Hi, Chris. Talking this evening after disappointing 1-0 defeat away to Stourbridge on the last away game of the season. Uh, just had a bit of a sort of damp, flat feel about it.
Yeah, after the Lord Mayor's show, maybe. Um, I think maybe where we didn't get things right from individuals in the first maybe 10, 15 minutes, rather than find a way, maybe. Heads went down. I think the defending first half, well, no, defending full stop was very good. I just think the attacking version of our players today maybe um, didn't quite get it right, Neil, and I think that maybe we didn't find enough quality in the right moments. Ball got turned over far too easy, and yeah, there was that element of end of season, but I don't like that. I've just said that to the boys in there. I don't want that. That's never an acceptable excuse.
Yeah,
So we have to find something against Stratford next week that are gonna be up for the game. But it's also we spoke heavily about wanting to go into next season in positive form, and
yeah.
yeah, we. I don't know whether you just put it down to one of them days. It was a 0-0 written all over it. We should have done better with the build up to the goal. I think ball should have been put out of play. Ron looked like he was injured, and ultimately he's ended up being quite influential with the play, and we needed to maybe get him right and kill it a moment. But that's a learning curve for maybe young players to sort of do better with next time. But um, yeah, there's no real grasps. Sorry, there's nothing I can really grasp onto that's overly positive, Neil.
Yeah,
It was a bit of a drab game, but I thought two poor sides, if I'm honest.
yeah. I think it probably showed that they didn't really have much to play
Yeah,
for. I mean, obviously, you mentioned there next week, Stratford are going to
yeah,
have a lot to play for.
yeah.
They're right in the hunt for playoffs, and so we can't really afford to be sort of like not on our game, really.
No, no, and like, as I just sort of said in there's if you break your player down, yourself down as a player, your your work rate hunger should never be lower than a 10 out of 10. Your quality it will be up and down. Maybe that's why they play the level. Um, but the hunger and desire needs to be 10 out of 10. Sometimes you're not going to feel like you have them times where your body's heavy or whatever it is, but it needs to be a 7 out of 10 when you're looking to run around and effort and desire. But I just think there was some body language there. You could see that it wasn't working for them, and it just weren't their day. But the body language was probably the bit that was disappointing, and that we can't let that
Well,
creep
then you
in.
got to try and make it your day, ain't you?
A
Really?
million percent, and that's where we spoke to the boys about who can be trusted when things are tough. And I think it was tough today. Not because, no, I don't mean in no disrespect. Like I don't think Stourbridge were fantastic today. I thought it was two teams that give the ball away a lot, to be honest.
Mm.
And they had more moments in and around the box, and I think the boys defended really, really well. And ultimately, they knocked on the door enough for a moment, and it's a good header. He's unmarked in the box, and he's finished it well. I don't think Ruben can do anything about that situation. But yeah, we just never got going, and that's really disappointing considering what we did last week.
Yeah, I mean, they seem to come out after the second half a little bit sharper than us, really. They had a good sort of like 8-10 minute spell that led to the goal. Just a little bit slow out the blocks
Yeah,
at the time. We huffed and puffed, but never really, other than I think Alfie hitting the post early on in the first half, we never really tested their
no, we
keeper.
didn't, and that's what I don't know how many pass strings we put together that were like three or more. Um, I thought in terms of in the opposition half, I thought Samson had a good go and he looked to drive and he did maybe a little bit too much at times, but I probably understand that he was trying to make things happen. So I get what he was doing. Um, and then I just think that maybe we made it a little bit too easy for them to get in front of us or beat us to a ball, and that's for them to deal with as individuals on why they allowed that to happen. When and it's a good time for something like that to happen and for them to reflect, because ultimately it is well, do you say it means nothing? Like we can't go up, can't go down. That's what I mean on that. And I'd rather them get that and deal with that before next season. But yeah, we just didn't really lace the glove on them today, Neil, um, which is disappointing.
Yeah, and hopefully next week there'll be a reaction. As I
Yeah,
said, Stratford are going to be up for it. We are going to have to, be on our game really.
yeah. I think it's last game of the season. It's at home. a lot of the boys are going to have family with them. Maybe we have that comfort. You're going to be playing against a team that are going to be at it as well, so we're going to have to turn up. So I don't know. Maybe the dynamics will be different. Like I say, I think we have to deal with it individually today on what happened and what went wrong and why it went wrong, and learn and grow from it. But we just need a consistency really that puts us in a situation where last week was so good. The only real thing I said before the game was, can you do it again? And they haven't, and well, we haven't, should I say? So it's why we didn't, you know.
Yeah.
But what I probably do want to say, Neil, is it's our last away game. The away support all season. Thank you so much for doing that. Like, I know it's a long way to come, and today they've not really had anything to cheer about. They've sort of seen like a bit of a dour performance, but it's from bottom of my heart, I really appreciate they get on the coach every week and they drive up and they come and support, and it means everything to us.
Yeah, and I have got to say there was one big winner today, though, weren't there?
Yep. I did win on the bingo, so that's probably like the highlight of the day.
Tommy told me to ask you that.
Yeah, Tommy. Yep, I had the big win at the end. So
despite all the tickets he bought.
Yeah, no, sorry, Tom, but no, that's I've got something that I can hold on to today at least.
All right, nice one.
Nice one. Cheers, mate. Thank you.